more and more news continues to come out about that coup PowerPoint that Mark Meadows revealed to the January 6th Select Committee. Of course, he gave it to the Select Committee and then said, all right, now I'm not cooperating anymore. Here's a PowerPoint put together for us to show people how Donald Trump was going to stage a coup. But beyond that, like, I'm totally not cooperating. Like, okay, you gave us everything. But over the weekend, The Guardian broke an important story telling us that Republican senators and members of the House of Representatives were briefed on this coup PowerPoint. They were shown the coup PowerPoint on January 4th, 2 days before the Capitol riots took place. Unfortunately, we do not have a list of names of the individuals who were shown this PowerPoint. And if for some reason you're not familiar with this, which I would hope everybody should be at this point, the PowerPoint laid out a plan to effectively use the military, specifically the National Guard, declare a state of emergency, throw out most of the ballots from the 2020 election, and then have the National Guard, run by people that Trump handpicked himself, count only the paper ballots that they deemed to be legitimate, essentially giving them a free ride to throw out any ballots that were for Biden, only count the ones for Trump. Bada bing, Donald Trump gets all the electoral votes. That's how the coup was supposed to happen. So again, these lawmakers briefed on this 2 days before the Capitol riot. So they knew what Donald Trump was trying to do, what his administration, what his friends, what his allies had suggested to him. There is no indication at all that any one of these lawmakers alerted the Department of Justice, the FBI, local authorities, anyone. They had this information and they did nothing with it. If it turns out any of them did go to the DOJ about this, then I will more than happily retract what I'm about to say. But as it stands right now, with no indication that any of them went to the DOJ, I would brand each and every one of these people who we don't know who they are, but we will. I would brand each and every one of them an accomplice. They were accomplices to this at this point. Every one of them. If this administration sits you down, if Mark Meadows sits you down and says, all right, here's how we're going to pull off a coup, how we're going to overthrow the duly elected government of the United States. Here's what we're going to do. And if you just sit there and listen, even if you don't go along with it, but then you leave that little coup meeting and you don't tell anyone that you know that a coup on the United States government is about to take place, you're an accomplice at that point. Or at the very least, willfully negligent, okay? Regardless of what it is, these individuals can and should also be charged. Problem is, nobody's been charged. Bigger problem is nobody's launched a goddamn investigation into it. Merrick Garland should be forced to resign today. I'm not giving him any more chances. And I'm tired of seeing these, blue no matter who people on Twitter say, oh, just wait. Trust the process. Merrick Garland, ooh, he's playing three-dimensional chess. Shut up. Merrick Garland's not doing anything. Merrick Garland is a useless failure who's afraid of looking like he's abusing his power by investigating the former official. They wanted to stage a damn coup, folks. We have the PowerPoint. This is no longer speculation. This is not hyperbole. They were planning it. They had multiple different plans. The National Guard one I listed was only one of them. They had this worked out. And every person involved, from Donald Trump to any lawmaker who sat through that meeting and did nothing, every one of them should be criminally charged for this.